church. Today I want to speak about Numbers 24 verse 17, and it says about that the person's not coming now, but he will appear, and that appearance will be like a star. That's paraphrased, and I just want to talk about how it was 1,407 years before the birth of Christ. Now, can you just think about that? Because the prophecy came out of the mouth of a man called Balaam, and Balaam was paid to curse Israel in the Old Testament. Now, the donkey had more sense than Balaam, because the donkey tried to stop him doing it. But Balaam was used by God to prophesy about this celestial happening in the skies 1,407 years before it even happened. So what I want to tell us today is that God is in for the long game. He's in for the long haul. He's not in a hurry. So as we sort of think about this passage and look at what it's saying that he has not come yet, but he will come. And God's looking down the ages and he's thinking, in sort of 1,407 years, I'm going to put a sign in the sky. Just like there's a rainbow over my shoulder, there is going to be a sort of sign in the sky that will attract the attention of three wise men. And these three wise men will come from the east. Now, unlike us, they didn't have a jet plane, they didn't have cars, and they certainly didn't have motorbikes. So basically they're either on foot or travelling on donkeys, horses or camels. Can you imagine how long it took them to go from their home in the east to Jerusalem? Because they thought, we see a sign in the sky, it's a big star, and they followed it, and they followed the direction. Now, these were wise men. They could see that there was something happening, and they knew it was important. They knew it was a mark that a king was going to be born. And lo and behold, they go to where they think the king should be. And where should they go? They go to the palace. And they say at the palace, we've seen this sign in the sky. God is, sending his king. And that threatened Herod. And Herod was so threatened by the fact that God was going to cause this thing that he planned all these years. I mean, so far in advance, his plan was working out. And I just want to assure us and reassure us, and it's such a comfort to me to know God has got a plan and he's working it out for us, each of us individually. So they came up to the palace and they said, where is the king that this star is marking? And they said, well, he's not here, he's going to be born in Jerusalem. So they followed, not Jerusalem, Bethlehem. So they followed the star to Bethlehem. And where did they find the king? The star settled over a humble stable, and there was the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And that marking was the fact that God plays the long game through all the generations. He didn't forget what he said, but he fulfilled his word when he sent that star to settle over Bethlehem and say, this is my son, this is the person that is here now and has come and will come again.